Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. And since I noticed a recent uptick in my subscribers, I just want to say hello to the people that have recently subscribed to me, and thank you for subscribing. I think I jumped like almost 20 subscribers recently, so that was pretty cool, and I definitely appreciate you guys watching. So thank you once again for that. In one of my more recent videos, I discussed 10 of some of the strangest things that have happened in Massachusetts, and I figured I would kind of roll with the whole Massachusetts thing. So I decided to look up some strange laws in Massachusetts, because I know all states have some crazy laws that were made at one time or another and were either never repealed or nobody really pays attention to them anymore. So I looked up Massachusetts to see what crazy laws exist in this unique state. Here are some crazy state laws for the Bay State of Massachusetts. At a wake, mourners may eat no more than 3 sandwiches. It is illegal to give beer to patients in the hospital. Violators may be fined up to $50 and sentenced to not more than 2 months in jail. Snoring is prohibited unless all bedroom windows are closed and securely locked. I'd probably be in a lot of trouble for that one. Goatees are illegal unless you first pay a special license fee for the privilege of wearing one in public. All men must carry a rifle to church on Sunday. This one, I believe, has been repealed. A popular myth is no gorilla is allowed in the back seat of any car. However, I did find a correction to that one. It's long, that's why I'm just going to read it. Animals are not allowed in the load area of a vehicle, think like the back of a pickup, without proper care. And the official law is, no person shall transport an animal in the back of a motor vehicle in a space intended for a load on the vehicle on a public way, unless such space is enclosed or has side and tail racks to the height of at least 46 inches, extending vertically from the floor. The animal is cross-tethered to the vehicle. The animal is protected by a secured container or cage, or the animal is otherwise protected in a manner which will prevent the animal from being thrown or from falling or jumping from the vehicle. Whoever violates the provisions of this section shall be punished by a fine of not less than $50. In other words, you put an animal in your car, don't be stupid. I think that's somewhat reasonable. A woman may not be on top during certain activities. Candy may not contain more than 1% alcohol. Under Chapter 270, Section 8 of the Mass General Laws, whoever sells to a person any candy enclosing or containing liquid or syrup having more than 1% of alcohol shall be punished by a fine of not more than $100. Tattooing and body piercing used to be illegal in Massachusetts for a long time, and this was not repealed until 2000. So up until the year 2000, you could not get tattooed or body pierced, and a lot of people I know went up to New Hampshire to get around that one. Tomatoes may not be used in the production of clam chowder, although they'll probably disagree with you in New York about that one. Another popular myth one is that it's illegal to kill or scare a pigeon. However, this made more sense in the 19th century, where birds were both a food source for residents and used in target shooting. Or it meant that you're not allowed to scare pigeons about to land on someone else's trap or net, kind of a hunter-trapper protection law rather than a pigeon's rights measure. It is illegal to take a lion to the movies. I don't know why some of these laws even exist, and you know there had to be some basis for them, so that one makes me quite curious. You cannot bring a rooster into a bakery. It is illegal for dogs to ride in ambulances. It's illegal for bullets to be used as currency. Singing only part of the national anthem and not the entire thing could give you a fine of up to $100. You are required by law to remove your false teeth before certain activities. It is illegal to hang a vending machine on a utility pole. I was curious about this one, so I tried to look into it more, and apparently in Washington and Pennsylvania, per comparison, they say that this is a hazard to electrical workers. So I guess that kind of makes sense. If you deface a milk carton, you could face a fine of up to $10. Children may smoke, but it is illegal for them to purchase said cigarettes. Quakers and witches are banned. Could not really find more information on that one. Alcoholic drink specials are illegal. Hunting on Sundays is prohibited. Public boxing matches are outlawed. Taxi drivers are not allowed to do certain activities in the front seat of their taxis while they're on duty. It is unlawful to deliver diapers on Sunday. Shooting ranges may not set up targets that resemble human beings. It is illegal to blaspheme Jesus Christ or the Holy Ghost, and those that curse God could be fined to $300 or sentenced to jail for a year. It is illegal to allow someone to use stilts while working on the construction of a building, which means you know someone tried it. It's illegal to keep a mule on the second floor of a building, not in a city unless there are 2 exits. This section shall not apply to cities. It is unlawful to injure a football goal post. Doing so is punishable by a $200 fine. Mass liquor stores can only open on Sundays if they're in Berkshire, Essex, Franklin, Middlesex, or Worcester counties and are within 10 miles of the Vermont or New Hampshire borders. It's illegal to drive Texan, Mexican, Cherokee, or Indian cattle on a public road. However, I looked into this one too, out of curiosity, and the reasoning has something to do with the spread of contagious diseases, which I guess makes a little sense. And it's punishable by a fine of not less than $20 nor more than $100. So watch what you do with your cattle. Affiliation with the Communist Party is illegal. Sorry, comrade. People divorced but still living together can still be found guilty of adultery. One Massachusetts law requires a sled drawn by a horse to have at least 3 sleigh bells on its harness. Whoever commits fornication, which is technically an unmarried male plus an unmarried female, this is not my opinion, this is just what the law said, shall be punished by imprisonment for not more than 3 months or by a fine of not more than $30. As I've discussed in a previous video, Christmas once was outlawed in Massachusetts, but it was repealed and made a public holiday back in the mid-1800s. A street railway company may not wash the tracks or the rails with brine or pickles. The use or sale of exploding golf balls is also illegal. It is illegal to feed trash to milk cows. You could get a $100 fine or up to 2 months jail time. And it's also illegal to feed trash to other animals. That could be a $50 fine or up to a month in jail. It is illegal to spit on the sidewalk. Please do not do this. I have seen guys do this before. Girls could do it too. I'm just saying I haven't seen them. But I have seen men do this before, and it is so gross. Please do not do this, okay? Can you swallow it or spit it into a napkin or something? But do not spit on the sidewalk. That is so gross and so Neanderthal. Please don't do this. It is illegal to cuss at an official or player during a sporting event. You could be fined up to $50 if you're over 16 years old. Don't know what that means if you're under 16. One of the weirder laws that I found, and this is saying something, said that a $500 fine could be imposed on anybody who exhibits for hire an albino. Again, law's words, not mine. The technical law is, whoever exhibits for hire an albino person, a minor or mentally ill person who's deformed, or a person who has an appearance of deformity produced by artificial means shall be punished by a fine of not more than $500. I don't know. And now for some laws that I found for specific towns in Massachusetts. In Southbridge, it is illegal to read books or newspapers after 8 p.m. in the streets. Probably a lot of things you shouldn't be doing in the streets at night. In Salem, Massachusetts, sleeping in the nude in a rented room is forbidden, even for married couples. In Provincetown, it's illegal to sell suntan oil after noon on Sunday. In Holyoke, it is unlawful to water your lawn when it is already raining. In Concord, One may not sell or distribute bottled water. I did a little research on that one, and as far as I know, this one is still valid as of a July 2021 article, and many towns in Cape Cod had a similar water ban. In Newton, all families must be given a hog from the town's mayor. Many things are illegal in Boston. In Boston, it's illegal to rummage through trash cans. It's illegal to cut firewood in the street. It's illegal to post an advertisement on a public urinal. It's against the law to keep manure in a building unless the building is being used as a stable. If it is, you can keep up to 2 cords of manure. If you're overstocked, you need a permit to relocate it, and you can't leave it in the street. It is illegal to shoot a bow and arrow in the street. It's illegal to eat peanuts in church. Illegal for any citizen to own more than 3 dogs. Women may not wear heels over 3 inches in length while on the common. Anyone may let their sheep and cows graze in the public gardens or commons at any time, except for Sundays. 2 people may not kiss in front of a church. It is illegal to take a bath without a doctor's prescription. It is also apparently illegal to go to bed without bathing. However, it is apparently also illegal to take more than 2 baths per month within the confines of the city. Don't ask me how all that's supposed to work out. No one may cross the Boston Common without carrying a shotgun in case of bears. It is illegal to play the fiddle. Duels to the death are permitted on the Common on Sundays, if the governor is present. No person shall, except in accordance with a permit from the Commissioner of Public Works, blah blah blah, sprinkle, scatter, put or place any ashes, cinder, earth, dirt, gravel, sawdust, salt, or a mixture of salt in or upon a street without such permit. Remove any manure or dirt from any street. Don't put crud on the streets. In Woburn, in bars, it's actually illegal to walk around with a beer in your hand. In North Andover, the use of space guns is prohibited. In Marlborough, one may not detonate a nuclear device in the city. Probably good advice. Squirt guns are illegal to be bought, sold, or owned by anyone. It's illegal for citizens to own more than 2 dogs, and it is illegal to have silly string within city limits. In Nahant, it's illegal to excavate any street, and sleds may not be coasted down the streets. In Milford, peeping in the windows of automobiles is forbidden. I actually lived in Milford for a short period of time, and I can say I don't remember peeping in any car windows. In Longmeadow, it's illegal for 2 men to carry a bathtub across the town green. In Hopkinton, though horses and cows are allowed on the commons, dogs are prohibited. In Hingham, if you live on Main Street and want to paint your house, the colors must be approved by the Historical Society. Also, you may not have colored lights on your house if it can be seen from Main Street. In Burlington, you cannot walk around with an alcoholic beverage. I think a lot of cities and towns have that one, though. In Cambridge, it costs $50 extra for a permit for hurling, soccer, or Gaelic football games in a public park on Sunday. There's a whole lot of subsections after that one when I happened to look that up. In Marblehead, it's illegal to cross the road on Sunday unless it's an absolute emergency. In Dudley, it is illegal to own more than 3 cats. It's a $100 a day fine for anyone owning more than 3 felines, and this law probably came about after a Dudley resident complained about his neighbor's 15 cats messing up his lawn. In Attleboro, it's forbidden for children to play tag or other running games. This one isn't actually a law on the books, but a school decided to outlaw tag and other running games because they were deemed to be dangerous and exclusionary. No, we don't want to exclude anyone. So as a final statement, according to masslive.com, efforts to clean up these weird little laws have been going on for years, apparently. David Linsky, a state representative from Natick and a former prosecutor in Middlesex County, filed legislation to clean up state law about a decade ago. But he told Mass Live some state representatives and senators are likely skittish about getting recorded in favor of blasphemy. Alright guys, well that about does it for me. Thank you for watching. I definitely appreciate the views and the subscriptions, and if you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and click that like button and hit subscribe, and I will hopefully get more content out soon in the future. Do you know of any crazy laws in your state that you'd like to discuss or that you'd like me to look into? Definitely hit me up and let me know. And more Halloween stuff will be coming soon. Yes, I know it's August, but you also know they're getting Halloween stuff out soon. And if you don't jump on it, sometimes it sells out quickly. I recently went to Dollar Tree and found some cool Halloween stuff with Logan. So that video will be coming up soon. And we'll be decorating our house for fall in a little bit. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, you guys have a good day coming from the Bay State, and I will see you again real soon.